Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Okay, fuck. So, no, how's it going? Right. Welcome to my movie review ew, on. I'm sorry, fucking allergies. Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, starring James Marsden, Jim Carrey, and Ben Schwartz as the voice of Sonic. Um, basically, obviously, Sonic the Hedgehog is based on a video game. I grew up with the video game, love the video games. I've played Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic CD, Sonic Colors for DS and Wii, this other Sonic DS game. Um, I've played, I think I've played Sonic 06, which is dog shit. Uh, and the Mario and Sonic, the Olympic Games, and all that kind of shit. Um, so yeah, I just thought with the release of the second movie out either later this month or start of April, I thought why not do a movie review on the first one. So basically, what the plot of Sonic the Hedgehog is, you got this guy called Sonic, who's a hedgehog who lives in like an alien planet, which is Green Hill Zone in the video games. He's been raised by this owl called Longclaw, and essentially what ends up happening is um, the Echidna tribe from Sonic Adventure 2, actually. They're kind of Knuckles tribe. Knuckles not in this movie, but still. They end up basically attacking and trying to kill Longclaw. Longclaw tells Sonic to go to a planet filled with mushrooms or planet Earth or whatever, using rings, which are like portals. So he ends up running to planet Earth, and she basically says, "Never stop running away from your problems." So essentially, Sonic has been on Earth for like 20 years or something like that. He's in a place called Green Hills, which is a town. There's a cop played by James Marsden, who he calls Donut Lord because he talks to donuts and he fucking likes eating donuts because he's a cop. So he's married to this girl called Maddie. You know, Sonic spies on them and shit, and they watch Speed, which is amazing. I got one like already. Thank you. So basically, what ends up happening is, um, Sonic is out on a baseball fucking field, running around and shit, and realizes that he feels alone in the world, and because he has basically a mental breakdown, the electricity that comes out of him, that sounds so wrong, when he's like speeding, ends up causing this gigantic power outage, and governments and shit are like, look, we need to find out what the hell caused this. Um, and they send in this guy, this expert by the name of Dr. Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman, played by the one and only Jim Carrey, who has all these drone technology and like is a bit of a nut and knows like his way around and shit, like knows what to do. So he finds the quills and does some investigating, goes to James Marsden's house. James Marsden ends up finding Sonic, um, and shoots him, tranquilizes him, and pretty much then Jim Carrey fucking is getting suspicious, wanting to know what the creature is. He finds Sonic to try to kill him. Sonic needs to get to San Francisco? San Francisco, yeah, to get his rings because they fell. When Sonic got shot, the rings fell through the ring portal onto a building. Um, so they need to go on a road trip to get them back. Meanwhile, dealing with Dr. Robotnik, who's after them, wanting to catch Sonic and get power. And he does that with the help of a guy called Agent Stone. And then along the way, Sonic and James Marsden start bonding. They get into shenanigans. They end up teaming up with Maddie to get the rings. And basically, Robotnik tries to kill Sonic. And Robotnik tries to take over the town. He gets the red suit. Sonic and Robotnik fight. Sonic saves the fucking town. Sonic moves in with Maddie and all that. Maddie and Tom Wachowski is what James Marsden's character is called. They bring all the stuff that was in his cave to the house. They have to keep the government shit secret, and um, basically, Robotnik ends up on the Mushroom Planet, shaving his head and getting the video game look, and talking to Agent Stone with a little funny reference to Castaway. That's the first after credit scene. Then the second after credit scene is a fucking ring portal opens up, and Tails, uh, or aka Miles per hour, yeah, comes out of the portal with a thing. He's like, if my readings are accurate, we found him. I hope I'm not too late. Flies off, and that leads into the second one. I love this movie. I honestly, like, I've always wanted a Sonic movie since I was a kid. And the thing is, I wanted like a fully CGI animated one, especially when he popped up in Wreck-It Ralph. I was like, please just put it, give him his own movie. And then I remember in like 2014 they announced it, and Sony was going to do it. And I was like, okay, Sony. But then it was like going to be like the Smurfs. He's going to be in real world. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then it was talked about for years and years and years. Then they started like showing set photos, videos, all this stuff. In 2018, I remember they cast Jim Carrey as Robotnik. I was like, holy shit, that's great casting. But then they were showing set footage. I was like, oh, this looks like it's gonna be shit. It's not gonna be like the video games. And then what ended up happening was I was like, okay, what's this gonna be like? They cast Ben Schwartz as Sonic. Now Ben Schwartz was in Parks and Recreation in one episode. He was in, I believe he was on SNL a couple times. He was also in The Interview as well, briefly. And they cast James Marsden. I was like, oh god. So hop with Sonic. Great. They released first look and posters, and I was like, what the fuck? The design was dog shit. I remember the trailer came out in 2019, and I was like, bro, what the fuck is that shit? Sterling said that to me. They played Gangster's Paradise in the trailer, which I love. Gangster's Paradise, great song, but what the fuck? Then eventually they redesigned it. The second trailers look better because of the design and the jokes. Saw the movie in cinema, and I loved it. I thought that this movie had heart, which is the biggest thing. Sonic was likable. Like at the beginning of the movie, you see him narrating and shit. He's like, oh, I'm looking at this girl who doesn't have bones. You know, he's spying on the Wachowski family, and he's like, "This is Crazy Carl." And Crazy Carl is a guy who's like, "This is the Blue Devil," and he holds up the fucking meme, you know, the Sonic meme thingy, and he's like, "I know you're out there, and I know you're real." And Sonic's like, "No, I'm not." Um, I like that. I like just him going around the town explaining what it is. Donut Lord talking to Donuts, that he wants to leave Green Hills. I really liked James Marsden in this movie a lot more than I did in that pile of shit Hop. He was a fucking dick in Hop. He was actually pretty likable in this. You know, he fucking, you know, he's leaving Green Hills, and like when he's pretending like he's retiring and he's announcing a speech and he's talking to a donut, it's like, you like that? Yeah, cool. And I like the beginning when he's checking the see if anyone's speeding along, and then he's talking to the turtles like, what are you doing? Come on, buddy, move along, you know. And he's like, I thought it was pretty funny. Then he goes off, and then the cop is like, his friend rings up. He's like, yo, what's going on, Tom? He's like, oh, I'm just in a violent gang shootout here and stuff like that. It's like, nah, okay. He's like, no, not really. And then he drives off, and he's like, there's been a shooting. Someone's after dying. Just kidding. A duck stole a piece of bread or something. I laughed at that. And then you have the car nearly hitting the turtle. Sonic just speeds by. He goes, what are you doing, little buddy? And then, like, you have, like, him fucking speeding really fast, and you have fucking Don't Stop Me Now playing, which fucking suits it. You know, don't stop me now. And it goes past him. And I love when he goes into the woods and he's playing Um, he's playing fucking table tennis by himself. He's doing different things like that. Skipping, reading the Flash comics really, really fast, pretending to have therapy with himself, pretend to be a therapist, and say, "Do you think this isolation is driving you crazy?" He's like, "No." I like that. I like that fun energy that he has. Um, like when he's trying to escape from the fucking drones, and it was like, "Come on, okay, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go," And then he's like, "Bye, cave. We gotta go to planet filled with mushrooms and all that." It's just this really emotional fucking scene. Like you're like, shit, he's drawn a connection to this place, so that he's a character with depth. I love the design of Sonic and the CGI. I actually love the added thunder effect. Even though it's a little bit like the Flash, but it's like I enjoyed it. I love the opening of the film, where like he's running through the fucking city and he's shooting and he stops. He's like, I know what you're thinking. How did this handsome, devilish handsome hedgehog get into this situation? Well, let me take you back a bit. And he goes, and he just like speeds through the entire movie. I really like that. The other, like, I like that. I like that scene where he's trying to escape and he's like, "You be quiet, Sonic." No, you be quiet, Sonic, and he's pretending to be a ball. I'm just a regular ball, and then the drone, like Robotnik sends the drone in and it's trying to scan him, and he rolls out. It's like, "I'm freak, don't freak out, don't freak out. I'm freaking out." I like that. But as I said, another thing I really love is Sonic is relatable. He's relatable in the fact that he feels lonely. He doesn't have any friends. This is honestly like an origin story for the character because it takes elements from the first game, mainly at the beginning when it's like, let me take you back. And he's like, you get this great redesign of Green Hill Zone. And he's running through as a little kid and he's a baby and he's like jumping back and forth through it, basically where the levels is. And he's there. And then like Long Claw, who's pretty cool character, goes, Sonic, what are you doing? You almost got caught. He's like, no one saw me. I'm too fast. And he gets the flower and, he cares about. He's like, I got you this. I wanted to bring you this. And you just get that he's a likable character. He cares about Longclaw, but he also has that cool, cocky energy that the character has. And they captured the character really well. And he's a character you feel sorry for, obviously, because he's lonely. And then he's like, with great power comes power, great power, hungry bad guys. And you have like the Akinda tribe showing up and shooting lasers, fucking arrows, and like she's trying to dodge them and fucking run off, and they're there showing up. And he's like, Sonic, never stop running. She's like, Long Claw, no, and then like, goodbye, Sonic, and he runs off, and then the fucking she goes off to fight them, and then the title card pops up, Sonic the Hedgehog, the way it does in the trailers, which I thought was cool. I like that backstory. Obviously, I don't know if Longclaw's dead because if you don't see the body, it's not really, doesn't really mean they're dead. But yeah, so that I thought was fun. I love the part where he's spying on people playing baseball. It's like, yo, good job. And he goes into the court later on. He's like, yeah, and he's like, wow, and he pretends to be like playing baseball. On one hand, Sonic, also Sonic, yeah, cool. As like runs around, he's like, damn, and he like when he is like touchdown, yeah, and then he realizes like, damn, I really am alone. And then he runs really fast, having a mental breakdown, and there's a gigantic explosion. Okay, naked fucking streamer. Again, seriously. Thought I'd remove this guy. I want to block this motherfucker. Um. Anyway, and then there's this gigantic blackout and stuff like that. It's like I'm sure no one noticed that gigantic big explosion, right? But I love that humor. And then there's the government. They're like 20 minutes ago there was an energy surge that wiped out something. And it's like we're gonna have to call him in. It's like no, please do not call that clown in. It's like we've no choice. He's really good and all that. I love that. I love that. Like they call in Robotnik and Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik was perfect. He was a fucking perfect casting for this character. He captured the weird energy. It was honestly like 90s Jim Carrey from The Mask and Ace Ventura came back. He was a fun villain. I loved when he pops up, like, "Are you in charge here?" "Nope, wrong. I'm in charge. Let me tell you." Especially Urkel Too Fast to Quantify is like, "I'm sorry, Major. What was your name?" "Nobody cares." "You know why? No, okay, Major. Nobody cares. No, why nobody cares? Because you didn't get a big degree." And I love that. And he's like, "Look what came out of my egg sack," and I love that fucking shit. Um, it's funny. I love when he pretends to be from the power company. He's like, "Power company." He's like, and he's like, "My name's Tom, but my dentist calls me Tim." "Well, Tom, whose dentist calls him Tim?" He's like, "Hey, buddy, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to tell me where he is." He's like, "Okay, you're threatening an officer, buddy." And I love that whole aspect and shit like that. The chemistry, like it was funny. And then when he screams, "Ah!" and then like uh the fucking drone tries to shoot Sonic, and I love when Sonic fucking talks to James Marsden. He's like, "What are you?" He's like, "I'm a hedgehog." I feel like it's pretty obvious. Like, you hit me. And obviously, you got that amazing scene where he busts in and goes, "Freeze." And he's like, meow. And he's like, "Ah," shoots him and he nearly falls through the portal. I like that. Um, I honestly love that aspect. I love Robotnik when he's there. Yeah, Tom, there's this guy who's like, they're almost like the Men in Black, except they're not as likable as Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. He's like, "Yeah, you know what? Thank you for nothing." And I love when the power's out and when he picks up the quill and it's blue. I love the different scenes where he's looking at the footprints and like Jim Carrey says something in like Japanese and then he fucking eats the thing and it electrocutes him. Um, I honestly love the relationship between James Marsden and Sonic. I think they had great chemistry. Um, I love the whole road trip aspect, which I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I actually really did. Um, he's like, "Right, I need you to take me." He's like, "No, no, no, we're not going on a road trip," and stuff like that. And he drives, and eventually he's like, "All right, buddy, well, you can go." And he runs away, and he's like, "You know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going." And then he's fuzzy and shit. And then he's like, "Road trip, here we go." And then like they're talking, and he's like, "I'm your best friend." He's like, "No, that would be my dog." He's like, "What?" And then there's that part where he's like, "I'm leaving Green Hills." He's like, "What? You're leaving Green Hills? No." And then you get that amazing fucking sequence where Robotnik comes and starts like shooting, and that amazing fucking car chase sequence where it's like the drones are fucking shooting. He's like, "Oh my god, I think that drone just had a baby." And it's like, blows the thing off. It's like, "You got car insurance, right?" And it's like fucking shooting a bunch of different things and all that. And then like Sonic just jumps back and fucking rolls into a ball, blows it up. He's like, "Is that all you got?" It's like, "No, thank you for asking." And then he's like, "How are you not dead?" It's like, "I have no idea." But then he does the fucking floss from Fortnite, and I'm like, "Oh god." It's like, "What?" And then he just shoots and stuff like that. Um, I love Agent Stone and Robotnik's chemistry. Like, it's like, "There you go, Robotnik," and he's like, "Thank you, nothing," you know. Um, the part where he's dancing to that song and the power goes out and he like lights it and he's like running and there's the dinosaur and the guy is like, "Wow!" He's like, "I thought you'd like a milkshake with steam Austrian goat milk." He's like, "What, do I look like an imbecile? Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them." I love that. And I actually do like how he doesn't necessarily look like Robotnik at the beginning. It's almost like an origin story for him. He doesn't even have the red coat at the beginning. Um, But I love that. And then I love when they stop at that fucking bar place and they mention Mellow Yellow, which I know Rambarat for Life loved. I think he even said it in his review. He's like, "I'm gonna get you a Mellow Yellow." It's like, kids aren't allowed in this bar. He's like, "Whoa, this is cool." And they're in the motorcycle and he's like, "Howdy, partner, I'm a cowboy." He's like, "Don't do that." And then there's that amazing sequence where these douchebags in the bar try to fucking start shit with them. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing here?" He's like, "No, we'll be leaving." And then there's that amazing bar fight. And then we get a great parody of the Quicksilver scene from X-Men where Sonic is just there like slowly and people are fucking hitting each other and they fall and he ends up having hot dogs. But like, I think it's called a chili dog, so we get his love for chili dogs in the movie. So then they go off. He's like, "Let's go. I always wanted to do this." And then they drive off. They go to a hotel. He sleeps and like everyone's after Wachowski. I also liked when in the car chase scene when the family are arguing, like, "Give me it, no, give me it," and then the robot shoots and then stops them, and they're like, "Ah," and they look after fighting over the tablet. Um, I absolutely love like when the girl's out of town and the part where like I actually like the relationship between Tom Marsden, uh, Tom Wachowski and Maddie. I like, you can tell they're in love, watching Speed. I like the whole, please, please, please. And he's like, oh, Keanu, you are a natural treasure. Where Sonic is like that. And he's like, he's like, and you have Dennis Hopper going, pop quiz hot shot. And Sonic's like, pop quiz hot shot. I love that. Um, to me, like a lot of the jokes landed. Everything with Jim Carrey was genius. Some of the jokes didn't land, like the Fortnite one, but I'll get to that in a second. But I really like that. Um, like I like the little touches, like when he's like, "God damn raccoons," and he's kicking them out and shit. But I like when he gets the cake and he's like, "Oh, I'm still using the neighbor's Wi-Fi," and like the kind of banter he has with his wife, and the promotion he gets, like, "Baby, this is great." Um, and I just love that chemistry that they have. Now, what else? What else do I love? But I like uh when he's on the phone, she's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just painting with my sister." And he's like, "That sounds half fun and all that." But I love when like this is one other thing. I love Maddie's sister. She is the funny, like actually next to Jim Carrey, she's the funniest character in the movie. She fucking made me piss myself laughing. She's like, he's like, "Has she convinced me to leave you yet?" Just do it. Just leave him. Just leave him. And he's like, Divo or CE. Look, I'm fucking dyslexic, okay? I just laughed at that. I thought it was funny. I love when their Robotnik goes back to the fucking to the place and he's like, "Have you seen him anywhere?" And he's like, "No." "Well, you should have been less stupid then." And then the guy stands up and then the fucking fat guy gets thrown through the window and Robotnik walks out and he's like, "Well, that was easy." And he punches Agent Stone in the chest. He's like, "You left yourself open." I love that. I felt like he also had a lot of screen time, which was nice. And they done him really well. I think Danny DeVito would have been another great choice. I mean, a lot of people thought that, but anyway, yeah. Um, what else happens? So I love that. I love the whole. I love the effects of the rings, like the whole, the stuff, and like the part where these drones try to shoot at him and fucking shoot Sonic, and he's like, "Whoa!" and they have to smash it in the house and all of that stuff. I would have liked if it did take place in the world of the Sonic games a little bit more, and if they had the robots look like the Botniks and stuff like that in the games. But Sonic 2 looks like it's going to be a little bit more in the world of Sonic, also considering that Sonic 2 has Tails and Knuckles. But yeah. Um I also so yeah, I love that. I love when they go to the house, like, "No, no, get out." When they go to the sister's house, like, "No, no, get out, get out, get out." And then like they bring Sonic in and he's like, "What's going on?" He tries to explain, and then Sonic's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Catch me." Or no, no, they carry Sonic and she's like, "Catch me." Um they try to bring him in, and then he wakes up and goes, "Gotta go fast." And he talks to the girl, and then he talks to the dog, and he's like, "So you're supposed to be Tom's best friend who we won't shut up about, huh? I don't see the appeal. This is very gross." And then I love how Sonic doesn't have the traditional shoes that he usually has in the games for the first part. Um, I like how the daughter brings them out and gives it to him. He's like, "Thank you. These are gifts. Great." And then they tie the sister up, and she's like, "No." It's like, "You're kidnapping." Like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "I'm sorry. I don't deserve you. I love you. I don't deserve you." He's like, you know that, right?" And she goes, "I know that." That's what the sister says. And then later on, she's like, "Gotta go fast. Gotta go." The little girl's like, "Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast." She's like, "Go get my Fitbit. Maybe I can get some steps in." I fucking love that shit. Um, but I love that Sonic, James Marsden, and Maddie go San Francisco. Sonic drives like, "We're not letting you drive again." Uh, there's that fucking amazing sequence where um fucking they put Sonic in a bag and they're like, how much longer I can't breathe in here, and they're like, he's like, do you have your child in that bag? He's like, no. Well, yeah, it's a child, but it's not mine. It's like, wait, that's not your child. And they walk off. It's just I've always found that joke extremely edgy and funny, and I like, and dude, even like how they get into the building is edgy. Like he's like James Marsden's like, hey, we got it. I'm a detective. I'm a cop. We got a jumper. Like a guy trying to commit suicide. I'm like, Jesus, dude. Um, which I mean, I do have a couple of questions. I'm like, how the fuck did they not see him on the news, considering that his character's on the news and shit. Anyway, then we get. I also loved in the chase scene when Sonic is like, "Hey guys, welcome to my live stream. Today we're going to be destroying robots, on the highway," and he fucking smashes the robots, and he uses one of them like a fucking skateboard. I thought that was pretty cool. I love the rubber band ball part. It's like, oh my god, the largest rubber band ball scene. And he's like, we got to see it. Like, no, there's not some friendly road trip because he goes in fast. Like, sorry, yeah, it was lame. Gift shop was cool though. See, I like how he talks really fast and goes really fast and stuff like that. And then, you know, Robotnik comes up in this cool ship. He has his red suit, and he's like, "Yeah, come here, Hedgehog." And come on and stuff. And he's like, come on, you can't get me. You'll never catch me. He's like, you got to face it, Mr. Eggman. You'll never catch me. He's like, oh, really? And stuff like that. And then, like, Sonic pushes the two off. He's like, I was not expecting that. But then again, I wasn't expecting to not expect that. So it doesn't count. So then fucking he shoots a bunch of these missiles and then he freezes time and goes, look at this. I done my 9 million steps today. Then he goes, smashes the drones. Um, then there's a great sequence where he's falling down, gets the quills. Uh, Tom and Maddie fall into the fucking barn, and the guy at the barn's like, "Hey, Tom." He's like, "Hey, man." And then like, there's this amazing fucking scene where we get caught up to date, and there's this amazing fucking chase sequence in the city where Sonic is running and fucking Robotnik is shooting at him, and he's going past cars and shit, and he's like, "Ah," and there's just this amazing uh, shooting scene. I also like the part when he's in the where there's like a montage of them drinking and having fun, and in the bar, and Sonic like throws the darts really fast, and the thing of course, I love that. But that there's this amazing chase sequence, and like, he's running away, and Robotnik's trying to shoot at him. He's like, "Come here, Hedgehog, Hedgehog," and the way he even says Hedgehog reminded me of the old cartoons and some of the cutscenes in the video games. And then you got Sonic fucking dodging them in the desert. He's on the Great Wall of China, going to all these different locations until he ends up back in Green Hills, and you get this amazing finale where he tries to stop him, um, and they're attacking, and then like, he's like, and then like the whole town is teaming up with him, and he's like, "We're here, we have his back," and he's like, "Yeah," and Crazy Crowd's like, as you can see, he's clearly real, and I'm not crazy. And I just thought that was hilarious. And then um, Tom Wachowski jumps behind, like, "This is for hurt my friend, you son of a bitch," and all that. And then like he's just shooting, and then Sonic gets these blue powers, and like the lasers are looking at him, and then like they nearly knock him and kill him. He's like, "This is my power. I'm using it to protect my friend." And he's like, "Why would you throw your life?" Robotnik's like, "Why would you throw your life away for this silly little alien?" And he's like, "He's my friend and shit." And then Sonic like fucking hits Robotnik a bunch of times, and I really like that little detail because if you notice when you fight Robotnik in the original Sonic game, he doesn't go after like the traditional, oh, 3 times you hit him, he's dead. No, it takes like about 5 or 6 shots. So he's like that. And he's like, bye bye. He's like, no, and defeats Robotnik. He goes back. The government people are like, yeah, save him. They get they paint the fucking place. They're like, have you seen them around? It's like, no. They give it to him. I love the emotional scene where they let him stay. Um, and then we get that amazing credit sequence where we actually have it like designed like the video game, where we get Wiz Khalif, who done the music, um for that sequence. That was great. Yeah, the finale part is this part right here with Robotnik. And then we get the after credit scene of Robotnik on the mushroom planet shaving his head. He's like, oh, hello, Agent Stone. He's like, we'll be back by Christmas. And he puts the things on and he's walking like zzz, zzz, and he looks like fully Robotnik. He has the proper red mustache, not the black one. He's got the goggles, the bald head, the whole clothes, and they just translated it into live action really well. Then you've got the second after credit scene at the end of the movie where you get this shot of like leaves on a cliff kind of like rolling away, and then like a fucking ring portal opens up and then Tails jumps out in an epic fashion and actually is voiced by the person that voices him in the video games, which is great. And he's like, if my readings are accurate, I found him. I'm just hoping not too late. And then he jumps and then like starts flying and flies really fast. And I like the setup for the second movie. But I like how this movie wanted to kind of test, it was live action because I know the directors wanted to test it to see if it would work, and it did. I'm sorry that this review is so long. Didn't think I'd be taking this long to talk about it, but there's a lot I loved about it. I love the design of Sonic. I love that, he was like, gotta go fast, and the elements of the video game they included in the smart ass attitude, like the good times, and like, you're never gonna get my power, Mr. Eggman. Face it. And he's like, please don't hurt him and all that. And he's like, all that kind of shit. I just loved him as a character. He falls asleep and then like he's like, what's a bucket list? Like bucket list is things that you want to do, and then he checks the bucket list and says, make a real friend. And I related to Sonic because I used to not have many friends. Now I've got loads, so it's great. It was just a very light-hearted film as well. I liked the CGI at the beginning where Green Hill Zone looked amazing. There was a shot in the trailer that wasn't in the movie where Sonic is like, an adult in Green Hill Zone, and then there's like, I'm Sonic, a little blue ball of super energy with an extremely handsome package. Wasn't in the movie, that line. Jim Carrey, as I said, the physical and energy that he brought to the role was funny. He was exactly like 90s Jim Carrey in it, and he was just amazing. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me where it is. That kind of stuff. I like how it wasn't trying to set up so many other things. It just focused on one thing. There was elements of Sonic Adventure in the game. Definitely the real world aspects definitely reminded me of the later Sonic games, like the Sonic Adventure games, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, the Sonic X animated series, that type of shit. But yeah, I love that. And I loved the Paramount logo at the beginning with the rings going around it from the game. And you got the and then the original film, and then the Sega logo with the video games and the Sega. I love that. And I love that they actually put the theme song in the movie, like the din 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 din. So yeah, I love that. Now, the one thing that I don't like about this movie is the product placement. They overdid it with that. They really overdid it with that. It's like there's this scene like, have you tried Olive? Like they have this Olive Garden thing where it's like, have you tried their never ending pasta bowl? It never ends. It's like at the very end, and then they're like, because when you're there, you're family. They say that at the beginning, and then they're like, you got car insurance. I like the part where he's like, I'm just like Vin Diesel. It's all about family, Tom. And he's driving the car, but it's like that was because this was by the producers of Fast and Furious. So it's like, yeah. There's also the fucking part where he's like, can you believe that Amazon is going to deliver packages with these things? And it's like, get this guy a mellow yellow. It's like, okay, that was okay, but it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. They really overdid it. And then like he drives, is like, okay, we're never letting you drive again, Sonic. And he's like, I got us here on time. Look, I got us here on time. And please, 5 stars. I'm like, dude, seriously. It honestly got to a point where it was a joke. They just kept putting it in there. That's what she said. And then like once Jim Carrey's glasses get all fucked up and shit, he's like, "Hey, just don't call some glasses company. Tell them I need a new pair." And I like, our job is to whatever this creature is, our job is to secure it, neutralize it, um, capture it, see what makes it tick, and we have to uncover the source of its power. I love that. Um, but yeah, they just overdone it with that, and then some of the jokes, like the fart joke when he in Sonic farts in the hotel room, and like, and he's like, "Hey, look," it's like, oh, come on, dude, and some of the cliche moments, and just the whole floss thing was cringe, honestly. But I honestly did love this movie. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was great, very well directed, very colorful. The CGI on Sonic and the effects were nice. I like the red suit that Robotnik had and the rings. I also just found that it was a great video game adaptation. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do a longer review on Sonic 2 because this review is long. So why not make my Sonic the Hedgehog 2 review longer whenever that comes out? So yeah, so here's the front, spine, back. I remember when I saw the fucking stand, the cinema stand for this, for the first one. And now there's a cinema stand for the second one up in the same cinema. Front, spine, back. The Blu-ray is fucking great. It's great quality. Got some nice special features. There's some Sonic games, Sonic Racing, Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces. Yeah, I used to do Let's Play videos on the Sonic games back in the day. So yeah, that was my movie review of Sonic the Hedgehog. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later, and bye.